Welcome back, Fine Girls. It's FineGirl Dime. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And you can like it right now so you don't forget later, okay? So today we're gonna talk about Dani Leigh, okay? So I'm gonna post the video review of Dani Leigh, but we are gonna start that video review of her apology with this video. Apparently she did something with her brother and people are looking at her sideways about it. So we are gonna look at that together. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys so you can see it. And yeah, let's just look at it together. I don't know what I should type in. Let's type in Dani Leigh and her brother, and then we'll put like twerk because I think she like twerk or something. Okay, let's sing. Where is it? Oh yeah. Okay, maybe I should put TikTok. Gonna stop. Tick like a clock. I'm about to go to the gym in a bit. There we go. So let's see. Okay, of course it's on the shade room.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom,
Okay, so I saw the video. It's really quick, so I will insert it. But I think it's pretty weird that she's twerking next to her brother. And like, I get it would have made more sense if she was doing this video with like a boyfriend or maybe a male friend, but not your brother. So that's very strange. That's odd. I wouldn't do a video like that with my brother. Ew, no, this is gross. So yeah, I see why people are looking at that really weird. It's strange. It's very, very strange. It's not, I mean, is anything really normal anymore? But it's very incestuous. Of course, now he has something to say about it. Let's see what he has to say.
Good morning, everybody. So I wake up to everybody tagging me on the blogs and stuff, talking about all that weird with my sister. Honestly, like, that's my sister. I see y'all trying to break that bond.
That's Dani Leigh hand right there.
I can't break it. At the end of the day, my whole family danced like that.
She didn't put
As you can see in the video, I wasn't even looking at her on some sexy shit. I was kind of like, what the f? You know what I'm saying? Like, it was supposed to be fun. It was a TikTok. You feel me? And, I mean, yeah, what can I say? We wasn't doing no weird shit. You feel me?
All right, so we played that. I'm not a fan of it. The people were not a fan of it, but they should try again. They should try something else. Yeah, that wouldn't it. But yeah, that's like something that I wouldn't really want to do with my brother. My brother would not want to do that with me. And I can see how he was trying to make like it was like he's like, oh, like, oh my gosh, but it may, like, people can interpret that as like, oh yeah, like there's so many ways to interpret that. So if he was trying to do like a oh my gosh, he probably should have been like tried to cover her butt so, you know, people couldn't see her shaking it. I think that would have been more indicative of him not liking like the motion that she was doing, even though they were, you know, just doing it in jest. Comment below what you think about this, and don't forget to tune in for the rest of this video. You'll see it, and it's just me saying what I have to say about Dani Leigh's apology. Originally I wasn't gonna post it because I was like, I talked about Dani Leigh enough in my video where it's like brunch time, right? But I mean, she always doing something, so I was like, might as well post it while, you know, she always doing something, might as well post it because it's just taking up space in my laptop. So might as well post it. And I don't know, like, okay, so in the interview, which you're gonna see after this, DaniLeigh talks about how she's sad and she wants to be famous for her talent. And at this point, pretty soon, all people are gonna know DaniLeigh for is her antics and like random stuff. Like, okay, well, she has her EP out. Like, can you go on some tours? Can you, like, I don't know, like a tour, a press conference, not a press conference, a promo. I don't know. She was seen when she was dancing, so I don't really know. She needs someone else to manage her social networking accounts. That's what I'm going to say. She just needs someone else to manage her account because this isn't it. This is not it. It's very weird, but I can see what Brandon was going with that, saying that he's like more shocked with the can be interpreted as like, ooh, I like that, or ooh, stop that. Actually, no, ooh, stop that. My expression was a bit different than the ooh, I like that. So I don't know. Just y'all put your comments in below and watch the second part of the other part of this video, okay? And don't forget to subscribe, you guys. Make sure you subscribe so you can get more content, okay? So I'm gonna give you guys a live reaction on DaniLeigh's interview with Angie Martinez. So let's get started.
Martinez. I am in Los Angeles, California to sit down with Dani Leigh. Not for my first time. I've actually sat with her a couple of years ago when she was promoting her album, The Plan. But a lot has happened in her life and her career over the past couple of years.
DaBaby wasn't a plan, or it might have been actually. It might have been part of her plan, you guys. Is that mean?
I'm definitely in a better place. It's been a long 2 years. A lot of growing, a lot of learning, a lot of obstacles. So, yeah, I'm in a better.
You know, I never really thought about it. It had been 2 whole years, all that stuff going on. And just in case you want to know, I'm eating some grits with green onion, chip bacon, tomato, no cheese. I actually thought this would have came with cheese, but honestly, it didn't. I was surprised. But let's continue.
But I feel like the elephant in the room obviously is because you've been quiet. You have been like on purpose quiet, right? Like
Yeah.
you've been kind of probably sorting through
Definitely on
what you had to
purpose.
deal with. But
Yeah.
it was November.
I would say me and him were in a very bad place in our relationship. I had left.
She's still calling it a relationship. I mean, it's a relation between 2 people. I wouldn't necessarily call it a relationship just because he's so disrespectful and I don't know. But we're not talking about that. We're listening to her. I'm giving a reaction. So yeah.
Before that, like there was a time where I left before that, and then we tried to work things out. So I came back again. So I was living there for the 3 months.
All I have to say is, if you can, stop yourself from being in on and off relationships, because when you tell them you're leaving, they're not gonna believe you. They're just thinking that you're gonna come back again. But you gotta show them, once I'm gone, I'm gone. Okay, you messed it up.
And my baby was born in Charlotte. So it was just a bad time, bad everything. Yeah.
What will you tell her about that day? Well, what was happening?
You can see that Dani's still hurt by it, and I can understand why. Like, even though one could say, oh, it happened 6 months ago, that's still like pretty sad to like see those things, hear those things, because it seemed like she really loved him. And I know that must hurt to get your feelings hurt like that. And then on top of getting your feelings hurt, everyone sees it globally. Like, your heartbreak is being televised. Like, whew, that should be incentive enough not to go back with him.
You thought about that?
I have thought about that, but it also, I feel like, just depends on the type of person she grows up to be. Like, the only responsibility I have is to, you know, just raise her to be a strong woman, and she'll feel how she feels. I feel like she's her own person, so.
He called you inside.
Right.
He told you to leave the house. It just seemed like it was a really toxic situation. That wasn't the first time that had happened for you. Or was it? Like, what could you tell us about your relationship and the situation you were in?
Good question.
Well, me and Baby have been talking been together for about like 3 years on and off. We started talking like September 2019. So It was toxic. You know, we had our really good times. And
I was going to say, it doesn't ever start toxic.
No, we were like this.
If it starts toxic, you need to run. You need to run if it starts off toxic. I have a story about that. It's not my story, but it's a story I witnessed.
Beginning, like, we were in love. Like, that honeymoon phase, like, you know, it was really good. We both were kind of at our peak of our careers, too. Like, I had Rolling Loud, he had Rolling Loud the next day. Like, it was just always, like, we were always both so busy. Again, we broke up a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of on and offs going on, but during that time, I definitely wasn't his side piece, and he knows that too. But
Girl, okay, you definitely wasn't the side piece. You definitely wasn't the side piece. He told you were the side piece. This is what blows my mind when people tell you how they feel about you. She's in denial, like she just can't conceptualize, you know what, maybe this person doesn't like me as much as I thought they did, or maybe my light skin won't stop them from cheating on me, or and whatever else DaBaby did. Like, I honestly would not want to go out with somebody who has a name DaBaby. Don't you want to go out with a man and not a baby? He's childish, he's narcissistic, and frankly the way he's very disrespectful to her, I feel like it is sadistic. But that's my opinion. You can put what you think below.
I felt like when I spoke to him, he told me like the night before I was doing the most when it comes to like crying and all this stuff, how I felt. And I guess
if someone tell you that you expressing your emotions are too much and doing the most, it means that they don't value your feelings, and you should find someone who actually cares about your feelings and you expressing yourself.
Said what he said out of anger and try to make me look bad, I guess. I don't know.
So that moment happened. Can you even
Right.
Can you even believe it while it's happening? Like, what are you thinking while it's happening? I know you said you drinking wine and stuff.
Oh, that night, the first night?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was wild. It was definitely wild. It was very selfish, being that I just had our baby. Like, he was very selfish. And
Does he apologize to you?
no.
Really?
He's just like that, though. As you can see,
She making excuses for him, y'all. Did you just hear that? She said, Angie Martinez said, hey, did he ever apologize to you? Well, y'all heard it because it's a live reaction. So the fact that she said he's just like that, when someone says, oh, this person is just like that, that's you making an excuse for that person. It doesn't mean that it's okay. It's important to hold people accountable, especially if you love them. Even if they may cut you off because they can't handle the truth, I always say it's better to be honest. Like, I'd rather someone tell me whenever, like, I've done something that is, like, not good for my well-being. I would want someone to tell me that. Like, if Dani Leigh had dark-skinned friends, they would let her know that Yellowbone Song is not it, sis. The Yellowbone Song, that is not it. Do better.
in his interview, he said, does he regret anything? He said no.
He doesn't
live
even
life
regret.
without regrets as well. But if there's something I could take back, I feel like, or handle differently, like I will say that. Like, that shows accountability. Like, that's maturity. Especially, take away everything else. It's like, we have a kid together. Like, anybody I've ever dated, like, I've never been friends with. Like, I'll block them. Like, I would never hear from them.
I love you to don't ever talk to me again.
I'm just like that. Like, I'll cut you off and never see you. You're not part of my life anymore.
I'm like that too. Once we broken up, it's broken up. Well, with most people. Majority of people, like, if we're broken up, I don't need to talk to you anymore. Especially if it's like, if it's an okay breakup, then yeah, we're cool. Like, we're not friends, but we're cordial. There's that. But if we broke up and the person was at fault, no, like, we're not friends. And it's not that it's because, like, it's not because I, like, hate them or I don't like them or anything. It's just that I'm indifferent. Like, I just don't care. And I want to be in contact with people that I care about. People that, you know, are good to me.
So it's definitely been a challenge to, like, have to keep this relationship and friendship whenever it becomes that. But I feel like it's a challenge on my maturity as well, so I like it, because it's like, okay, obviously the relationship is way different now.
Really what I want to ask you is, like, where are you at with that relationship? Because, like, it's hard, right?
Yeah.
It's over.
I know it sounds crazy, but I feel like it almost had to go there, like, for me to let go.
Why?
Ooh. I could definitely see that being the case. Because, like, that was a reality check for her. Maybe this time she won't go back. Yeah. Maybe this time she won't go back. When I heard the song that she just came out with, Dead to Me, I was thinking, okay, she wrote this song, she gonna get back with him. But after she said that, I think she really may have grown, because she realized, like, maybe I needed this, you know, this explosion for me to see the catastrophe that this relationship was. But the only thing that makes me feel like she might go to him is the fact that, one, she was defending him, two, she still doesn't realize that she was the side girl. And honestly, I feel like she wasn't the side girl. She definitely wasn't the main girl, because if that's how the main girl gets treated, then she probably would have been better off being the side girl. But that's crazy. I think that he just ping-ponged between all of his baby mamas. Like, she was just one of many. Like, he didn't care enough about her to make her a main girl, a side girl. Honestly, the person doesn't care about you that much if you're a side girl anyway. But I'm just saying, I don't know, that's just a lot of fluid swapping, and she should be happy that she is not with him anymore. Like, that explosion was definitely a blessing, because sometimes during explosions like that, you can really see who a person is. You see who a person is when they're at their best, when they're doing, you know, really well in life. And then when someone's not doing too well in life, or they are, like, very sad or grieving, once again, when someone is at their worst, you can find out who they are also. So I wouldn't say, like, someone is only the good experiences and someone is at, like, oh, whoever they are at their worst, that's who they really are. No, they're that person they are at their best, and they're that person they are at their worst, because there's going to be ups in lives and there's going to be downs in lives.
We maybe not had to go there, but
You were in it.
I was in it. Like,
You went
who
low.
knows if I would have, like, stayed if we weren't on live. Like, I don't know. Like, there have been so many chances that I gave, but now, like, I've just learned and grown so much that I'm just like, okay, I've just learned to love myself so much more.
I don't know. I guess I'm asking, would you do something differently now, knowing and experiencing that? And
Yeah, I think the first time he showed me or cheated on me, played me, I would have left him.
really,
Yeah. It wasn't,
and why didn't you?
I don't know.
Did you, like, make excuse like he's a rat? You know?
Yeah, because
did
when
you-
we first broke up, like, it was a month. We didn't even talk, nothing.
A month is not that long. A month is not enough time for someone to change. Like, a month? A month? Like, I feel like if you are in middle school and you break up for a month, if you're even together for a month in middle school, that's a long time. But she just said a month, like a month was a long time.
And then, how did we get back together the first time? I think we did leave our eye together.
That was it.
Yeah. We were on set, and he was just like, I love all this stuff, and I was just like, oh my god. So, yeah, I was just,
Got you.
I was just blank, you know?
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens to everyone.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to go through something like that privately.
Right.
Even just breakups. Even
Right, that's what I was just saying. I was like, yeah, like, sometimes people need a wake-up call like that. That was definitely a wake-up call. Someone being asleep, and then, I mean, someone, you know, disrespecting you, breaking your heart, and it's on the internet for everyone to see. When my heart got broken, I took a picture of my sad face, and I told myself, FineGirl Dime, you are never gonna look like that again, okay? And I never went back to that person after. They will call, they will try to talk to their friends, to talk to me. No.
even if they're not like
Right.
that dramatic, like breakups are hard for anybody. But to go through it that way, it's funny because I remember right after it happened, it was, of course, it was, you know, trending, and
Right.
everybody was talking about it. And even on my show, I remember Karuchi came to my show and did you saw that? And she was like that she felt for you. Like a lot of women saw that, and you're a new mom, and you like no woman who just gave birth to a baby should have. I don't know. Think about you put this song out. Was it like a year ago? Was it a year and a half? Was it longer? I'm so
It was
bad
a
with
year.
time.
It was like a year.
She trying to like bring it in casually, because honestly I would have started off the interview. I know this is horrible. She probably would have closed off, but I'm a pretty blunt person. So yeah, I definitely would have started it off with the Yellowbone thing, because it's just like, it was intense. But she got to a good point. Like, I think it's really good that Angie Martinez started off with what she started off with, because that's what her song is about anyway. So
It was a snippet. It wasn't even a full song, right? Called Yellowbone.
Right.
Did you have any idea?
Yellowbone is money. It was so weird. That song was so strange. It sounded like Ice JJ Fish. Like, it was so weird.
Yellow bonus, what do you want? What do you want?
How that was going to be received?
Then, now that we're talking about this, I just thought of something, okay? So, she's saying, like, Bia, Summer Walker contacted her to give her, you know, let her know that she could stay with them. But she was just singing a Yellowbone song, downgrading people who are not Yellowbone. Like, that is what Jesus would want us to do. Maybe I'm just not there yet, but you know what? Summer was probably like, you know what? I might need her help later on. I don't know.
I did drop the snippet and saw how everyone reacted. I was like, who was like, I messed up. I messed up. I didn't super realize it at that time, and that's why I responded like defensive. But it was a horrible mistake. It was not a good moment for sure for me, and it was a hard time. In that time, like, a lot was going on in my life. Like, me and baby broke up, that happened, me and my family, I was pregnant. Like, it was just all at once. So I was like, ooh, what is God trying to teach me right now? Because it was definitely a learning lesson for me, and I just want to say to everybody that I'm super sorry, because it just was a mistake. I'm a Dominican woman. I have family members that are dark skinned. My daughter's a black girl. Like, it just was, to even speak on skin tone, like, I realized how, like, messed up that is now.
Did you have...
Honestly, I don't think there's any issue with someone talking about their skin tone. Like you can, it's just that you can uplift yourself without downplaying other people. And that song was made to go towards, you know, DaBaby's baby mama, and she disrespected her, and she disrespected a lot of people who were listening to her. And that's truly what I think she's sorry about. So if you see like the brunch where I just talk about some random stuff, if you see the brunch video, then you will see my thoughts there too. But that's really what she's sorry about. She is sorry that she lost some fans over that. She is trying to play dumb, like she doesn't know what Yellowbone mean, like she does not know about colorism when she does. She's from the Dominican Republic. She's Dominican. She knows about colorism, okay? Like she said, there's light-skinned people in her family and dark-skinned people in her family, and she's probably seen how they're treating people differently, or how there are nicknames based upon how people look, but some of them have positive connotations and some of them have negative connotations. So she has witnessed that since she's Dominican, right? And I've been to the Dominican Republic, and I have witnessed, I'm a brown skinned person, right? So there's people that are lighter than me, and then there's people who are darker than me, and I have been there with people who are different skin colors, and I can see how we're being treated differently based upon our skin colors. I can see even like in different cities. So if there's a city with a bunch of European tourists and some cities in particular that have more Dominicans there with Eurocentric features, they treat you differently. So for example, there was this one girl, she honestly might have been the same color as me if she didn't bleach her skin, but she bleached her skin so heavily to where she was out here looking like Dacia. I'll put a picture here. Yes, so picture of Dacia before, picture of Dacia after. All right, so you see what I'm talking about? So she could have been the same skin color as me before the bleach, but after the bleach, now she looks like Doja Cat, but ashier and with dark knuckles. So that woman, she treated me so rudely, and then when I gave her a tip, she was mad about the tip. And honestly, she gave me poor service. That's why I gave her a poor tip. And I went back to the place to the woman who gave good customer service, and I gave that lady a tip because she gave good customer service. And guess what? This woman, the second woman, like, so there were two people kind of like waiting on us. And the second woman, she was like around my skin color, or like maybe a little darker, and she treated me like you would treat someone at a restaurant. So that's why I gave her a bigger tip. Y'all should have seen the look of disgust when I gave this woman the tip that she actually deserved. Honestly, she didn't deserve the tip that I gave her, but I gave her a tip anyway, because honestly, in Dominican pesos, it would have been a lot of money. But she was still mad about that, because yeah, she is just that woman. I'm gonna have to rank her as one of my like least favorite dining experiences. And like, it wasn't the whole dining experience that I didn't like, it was just my interactions with that one person. And yeah, let me get back to this because I kind of went on a tangent. This is not a story time, this is a reaction video.
Like, no idea of that before?
I didn't have no idea of it, but I don't think I wrote the song intentionally like to be like a praise of like light skins or anything. So it was just kind of like, I don't know, I just think I wasn't really thinking. It was very like ignorant, you know. And
you had said when you were like being defensive that that was a term that you had heard, and you didn't think it was a negative term. You didn't know better to know that it could be, you know, a negative term.
Yeah.
So was it a complete surprise to you when people reacted the way they did?
It took me a moment for it to kick in. I was like, ooh, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? So it was just like, yeah, not the right decision.
Y'all want to know when it kicked in? When she had that baby and she was like, wait, my baby doesn't look mixed. My baby isn't pink skin. Then it kicked in that it wasn't too good of an idea. I think that's when it kicked in.
And then I've done my research and I've done all that now, and I've seen like how sad it could be, like for dark-skinned women in the industry, in music, TV, film, regular life in general. Like, it's a big problem, and wanted to teach me and show me, like, so that's how he did it. And I was like, ooh, I felt like I lost it all at that time.
But your intentions, I gather, were not to be.
I'm getting tired of people and their intentions, okay? It doesn't matter what your intentions were. It still impacted people. You can intend not to slap someone in the face on your way down. You can intend not to do that, but the fact that you slapped the person in the face, that did not go away. Like, you still need to apologize for you slapping that person in the face, even though you intended to fall flat on the ground. Like, I don't know. Maybe that's not the best example. I don't know, but that annoys me. It triggered me, okay? It triggered me when she said it. And then the interview is like, yeah, like, that wasn't your intentions, though. It doesn't matter what your intentions were. Like, okay, your intention, but this is what happened. But, you know, she apologized for it. I wish it were a sincere apology. I wish it were. From what she says, she either had, like, someone, maybe she really did learn from the situation. You know, that's one thing. Another is maybe she really learned from the situation. Maybe she had her PR team coach her really well, because I do notice that she's bringing in God into this a lot. And famous people, they love to bring God into stuff when they in trouble and when they're trying to, you know, redeem themselves in society's eyes, right? They'll just, God, blah, 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 blah. Only God can judge me. Well, you weren't talking about God the other day. You you weren't, but who am I to judge, right? But I don't like that. But it's not my name they using in vain, so that's what.
Or the belittle?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
What were your intentions?
One time my mom, she was like, she said something like, oh, I promise on my kid's life. I was like, whoa. She wasn't talking to me, she was talking to my dad. She was like, I promise on the kid's life, something like that. And I was like, whoa. Don't play with my life like that, okay? Don't play with my life like that.
To be honest, when I did that song, like, I didn't think about it. Like, I just, like, I feel like you can hear that it's not a typical Dani Leigh song. Like, it sounds like something we were trying. So it was just like, we were like lit in the studio, and it was just like throwing words around, and it just came about.
This girl said they were just throwing words around. Stop it, stop it, stop it. That's what people do. That's what people do when they trying to down. Oh, we're just throwing words around. No, you said that on purpose. She was probably in the studio with her little friends that think the same way as she does, and she was like, yeah, because DaBaby with me, he not with me anymore. Yellowbone is what he want. It's a weird song.
And it was never me in the studio like, oh, I'm gonna write a song and do this, and like, it was never like that. So, but I could see how it was taken being in the situation that I was in, and I'm fully taking accountability for it. And yeah, it was just, I guess it was a word too that I didn't realize how much power it had, and like, I don't know. It just shouldn't be played around with at this point, because a lot of people use it in music nowadays still, like, and I feel like,
you know what? She thought this song, the way she was like, I'll insert the video here. Y'all saw that? Okay, so she thought the song was gonna slap. Like, this may shock some, and some it probably won't shock at all, but I don't like Lil Wayne, okay? And he has this song, I don't remember the name of it, you can put it in the comment section below, but he says, beautiful black woman, I bet that beat look better red. Like, because Lil Wayne has talent when it comes to rapping and putting words together, he was able to get away with that. And honestly, it could have been because it can be because he is a black male, and black women, they like to make excuses for black men a lot. They like to coddle them, even when they're the ones being attacked by these same men, they like to coddle them. So he got away with that, but Dani Leigh did not get away with this, which I think is interesting. And it's probably because she is a woman, she's Dominican, she is a white Dominican. Yeah, but yeah, like, so that song, it actually sounded good, but the song she made, it was trash. It didn't sound good at all, because there are a lot of horrible messages in songs all the time. There are horrible messages in songs that are newer these days, and they get away with saying those words that they just threw together, you know. And it's probably because it's on a good beat and it sounds good, but her song did not sound good. It was just offensive, because, you know, people will be in the club dancing to music that disrespects them, and I can't act like I've never done that, because, you know, the other video I was talking about, you know, man, that don't like me, that don't like me, that don't like me, you know, man.
Work that baby ain't mine. Hey, work that baby ain't mine.
And it had a nice beat to it, so pretty soon the crowd is, oh yeah, hey, work that baby ain't mine. Hey, work that baby ain't mine. And in Miami with Trina Trick Daddy. But this is not about me. This is about Dani Leigh. So let's hear.
it's so sensitive. Like, people are actually hurt by that. Like, people have gone through real things when it comes to colorism and everything. So it's just like, just don't play around like that.
You learned the lesson.
Oh yeah.
And now you have this like beautiful brown skinned baby.
I know, she's so beautiful. And I'm like, people, it's just the comments that people say of just different things with that. It definitely hurts me to see. So it's just like, dang. something I wish I could take back, but obviously I can't.
Right, because your daughter is going to see that when she Googles mommy's name one day, and she's going to see how mommy was disrespecting her skin, saying Yellowbone is what he wants.
So,
You can learn and you can move forward and do better. And
yeah.
what else?
Yeah, what else?
Well, you can't sit in that moment,
Yeah.
right? You just gotta keep moving forward.
I feel like I've been in a very, like...
And she needs to make sure that she instills that her daughter is beautiful with her skin color, and it's not just outward appearances. It's not just outward appearance that makes someone beautiful. Like, it is important to let girls know that they are beautiful on the outside, but it's also important to let them know that they're beautiful on the inside, and not just, like, you know, personality, just letting them know their worth. Because a lot of times people look for their worth in other things, whether it's material items, whether it's a man, whether it's their accomplishments. Like, accomplishments are good, by the way, but like, you're more than all those things. Like, it's like your radiance.
like a negative space in the past 2 years, like...
Yeah.
So I'm definitely excited to just like move forward and just have this next chapter where my brand is more affiliated with like my music, like my dance, everything that I have going on.
Because you're so talented.
Thank you.
I mean, we've been talking about everything else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I just want the focus to be on that already. Like, I'm ready for that moment.
And it's like you work so hard to get to this point.
Yeah.
I bet I would hate for my performance at work to be overshadowed by the drama in my personal life, or the drama, like potential drama in my personal life. Like, the story times that my story times, y'all, there are some story times that you guys have not had yet that y'all are gonna get one day. Just, I need to be monetized first before I tell these stories, okay? So make sure you tell your friends to subscribe, and tell your friend's friend to subscribe, okay? And let's get back to this.
I work very hard, like, so.
Sure. And then what about the music? So what's happening there? Because you're doing an album now, right? Are you working on an
I'm
album?
doing an EP.
Oh, EP.
It's
in the studio?
Yeah.
What is that like?
No.
Are you like crying in the studio and like...
Don't call me on my name. That was the one, I feel like. Because it was about our daughter and just how are you going to do this? Like, she's going to see this one day, and, like, it's bigger than us. So
That's why it's really important to protect your womb, because you do not want to create a child with someone who is a monster. Like, okay, so Megan, if you watch enough of my story times, you're familiar with stories that have to do with Megan. Honestly, I haven't made that many stories about Megan, now that I think about it, but over time you will be. But just replayed my audio. I recorded nothing on my microphone. I recorded nothing at all on my microphone. So you'll just be hearing regular stuff, and in the future, you'll hear it on the microphone. My new podcast, my podcast that I have out, make sure you guys watch that, listen to it, and it's for people who like longer content. So if you don't like longer content, I have cut it up into sections, so you can just watch the section that you're interested in. So if you only want to hear about certain, you know, the certain people that it's about, just skip to the, or certain people, like, I'm okay with that. Just skip to the section that you're interested in, and you don't have to watch the whole thing. But if you do, thank you, okay? Because that's what it's for. Like, I like long content. Like, if it's not 20 minutes or longer, I'm just like, oh, where's the rest of it? Like, that's what I start to think of. But yeah, so I understand that not all people like to listen to longer content. So I put it in sections so you can listen to the section that you are most interested in, okay? So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like this. Like it before you forget, and comment whenever you are interested in commenting, okay? Like, whether you agree with me, you can put why you agree. You can put your opinion, like, oh, DaniLeigh's, she's delusional. Like, that's been my comment, like, the whole time. Like, the side chick thing, I think you're delusional if you thought you were the side chick. Like, you weren't the main girl. You weren't the side chick. Yeah, you weren't the side chick, you say, but you definitely weren't the main girl. Like, if that's how the main girl is treated, I would hate to be the side chick even more so. Like, I don't know. Maybe the side chick gets treated better because she doesn't even have to be around the person as much. I don't know. But yeah, put your comments below. All right. Bye.